Hi, welcome back to Real Talk with Jew. I am Jew, and today we'll be diving into part two of our series on toxic relationships. If you've missed part one, please pause this video, go back and watch it. Trust me, it's a must watch. Today we'll be talking about something that hits everyone even deeper: how toxic relationships affect you. I'm not just talking about how it hurts your feelings. No, I'm talking about your mental health, um, and physical health, emotional well being, and so on and so forth, and even the way it affects your body. Yes, toxicity can affect your body too, and it's deeper than people realize. We are also going to be answering a very big question that a lot of people have asked in the past. Why do people stay in toxic relationships? If you've ever wondered, why did she stay? Why didn't she just leave? Or why do I feel stuck? Why don't I just leave? Or why don't I feel like leaving? Or why can't I leave? I got the answer for you today. There is no bluff, no sugarcoating, just real talk, because that's what we do here on Real Talk with You. So grab a note, grab a pen, popcorn, and a drink, and let's get into it. I have had comments over time and conversations like, as long as he doesn't hit you, it's okay. As long as he doesn't hit you, because now that one bad pass, just stay now because he doesn't hit you. Many people believe that physical pain or harm is worse than emotional and mental harm because physical wounds are visible and tangible, right? And often receive immediate care and attention. However, emotional and mental harm can just be as damaging, if not worse, because it's going to leave a long lasting effect on the person's mind, self esteem, and overall well being in total. Why do people think physical harm is worse than mental and emotional harm? Let me give you pointers. Let's do it this way, giving you pointers on why physical harm or emotional harm. Okay. Physical harm is because of it's visible, the visibility of the injury. Physical harm is visible, bruises, visible cuts, broken bones. They are all obvious signs that people can see. People can see them, they can sympathize with you and offer help. Emotional harm, on the other hand, is, however, invisible. It's not visible to the eyes. What makes it hard for others to recognize is the fact that you can't see emotional pain. You can't see emotional harm. Okay. Number two is medical treatment. It's available. It's easily available when you're physically injured. Okay. You can often get clear treatments. You can go for a doctor treatment, get prescription, and undergo therapy or surgery. Okay, but emotional harm like anxiety, depression, trauma does not have a quick fix. So you can't just go into the doctor place and do a surgery and it's over. You need support, overtime support, therapy, counseling, and so many other things for you to heal. That's if you ever heal. Number three is society just focus on physical harm. Society trends in a place that's the importance of physical harm than mental harm. I don't know why, because people just prioritize physical injuries while dismissing mental harm. To say it's all in your head. Just don't let yourself feel that way, as if you're making yourself feel that way. Harm is harm. Being physical, visible or not visible, harm is harm. Why emotional and mental harm can be worse is because it's invisible. It leaves an invisible wound that leaves a deeper scar. All right, it doesn't just leave the wound; it leaves a scar. Emotional pain isn't seen on the body, but it lingers in the mind. Words of insult, psychological manipulation. All these things can replay in your mind over time. Yes, again and again and again. Unlike physical harm that can heal, emotional wounds often stay open until addressed properly, and sometimes will never heal. It just reflects in other ways and continues like that. It doesn't just affect your self-worth, confidence, and everything. It breaks it down. It breaks you down. Over time, gaslighting, constant manipulation, criticism, it affects your confidence and self-worth to a point that it is hard for you to heal. If your self-esteem is affected, healing. Okay. Number three, mental harm. Okay. It triggers a long lasting trauma. Emotional and mental harm is especially when experienced repeatedly, like abusive relationship, can lead to PTSD, trauma, anxiety, depression. Unlike the physical injury that can heal over time, these ones they last for years, even a lifetime, affecting your relationship, the way you relate with others, people, trust, the world, businesses, and so on and so forth. It is hard to recognize emotional abuse because, with unlike physical abuse, people can see the bruises and see the cuts. Okay, they can know what happened. Okay, but emotional and mental abuse cannot be seen. It's subtle, like gaslighting. How do you show people gaslighting? Manipulation, control. When I say this person is still controlling me, people just feel like you're crazy, but you've experienced it over time. It's confusing and it's hard for people to realize. Even the people going through it, sometimes it's hard for them to realize they're going through it. It causes chronic emotional stress, physical health, emotional pain that manifest into physical health challenges at the end of the day. All these things are not seen to their eyes. Only when they start manifesting, that's when you start seeing them. And some people will say spiritual problem. Emotional harm can literally make you sick. All right. So please, emotional pain and emotional harm is as aggressive and as bad as physical harm, if not worse. While physical pain is temporary and visible, emotional and mental harm can leave a lasting, invisible scar that might never heal. Physical wound heals over time, but emotional wound, hmm, if not addressed properly from the roots and all that, might not even heal at all. So let's stop underestimating the fact that emotional abuse is not as bad as physical abuse. If it's not hitting you, please stay. If it's not hitting you and it's doing the rest, please run. I'm not in the party of those people that will say if it's not hitting you, stay. As long as it's not hitting you, stay. Ha, my brother, my sister, if you've gone through it, you will not say it again. And may we not go through it. Okay, so while that is being said, let's dive properly into the discussion for today. If you're experiencing emotional harm, okay, and you feel like your relationship is emotionally harming you, you deserve to seek help and healing. Talk to someone or go for therapy. Speak out so you can heal properly and start healing now. The earlier the better. All right. So let's see how toxic relationship or toxicity. Oh God, help me. Let's see how toxic relationship affects you. All right. So, I want you to understand that toxic relationship isn't just about having a bad vibe, or toxicity isn't about having bad vibes, or feeling sad or throwing a fit or stunts. Toxic relationship actually changes you from inside out. Okay, it's an impact on your brain, your body, and even your future relationships. I'm about to break it all down and not break your heart, but break it all down so that you can stay alert and know how this works. So you can save yourself early. All right. Number one is mental health. What happens when you are in a toxic relationship is affecting your mental health? Okay. Toxic relationship causes stress, anxiety, and even depression. How does this look? You're always worried. You're constantly second guessing yourself, and you're feeling like you're working on eggshells. You may find yourself even overthinking things over and over again every time you say um, or you do things, you just overthink it if you're doing the right thing or you're not. Okay. An example of this is imagining your partner accusing you of cheating every time you go out with friends or you receive a call. After a while, you might start feeling guilty even when you know you've done nothing wrong. Okay. Once you just go out like this, bam, that guilt just comes. You feel like you have something to prove. You start trying to prove your loyalty, and over time again it just sticks. Okay. So constant anxiety can lead to something called chronic stress, and chronic stress is dangerous. It can cause you panic attacks, burnout, and even depression. If you've ever found yourself crying from nowhere, like you just sit down and start crying, or sometimes you just feel like crying, or you're feeling numb, like, oh God, you don't feel like it, you don't feel like anything, numb, not feeling like anything, not feeling like yourself, not feeling like any other person, nothing, check very well. You might just be going through a toxic relationship that's affecting you and giving you anxious anxiety, or you might just be entering depression. All right, number two is emotional well-being. What happens is you lose your sense of self-worth. How does this look on you? You stop doing things that you love, that makes you happy. Your confidence drops, and you start believing the negative things people have said about you or your partner have been saying about you. An example of this is your partner tells you no one else will love you the way I do. Over time, I'm laughing because I've heard that over time. You stop dreaming and you stop pursuing your goals, and you shrink yourself to fit into their world. Trust me, this is true. This is true. Okay. Um, if you feel like you're not yourself anymore, like you lost your spark or your dream or even your voice, that's a slow burnout of emotions from emotional abuse. You deserve to be seen, you deserve to be valued, and you deserve to be heard, not minimized into someone else's space. So please see someone, talk to someone, and seek help. Then another one is physical health. How does this affect your physical health? Stress from toxic relationship affects your body, physical body. It can cause weight gain, weight loss, chronic health issues, and so on and so forth. How does this look? Is constant headache. You feel like your body aches, you're feeling tired without doing anything, and your immune system might just start getting weaker. All right. An example of this is the fact that you're feeling sick every time you're going to see the doctor, you feel drained, you feel sick often, and suddenly you're losing weight or you're gaining weight without changing your diet or your eating habits. So it could be from stress of emotional abuse. All right. So the thing is, if you realize this, um, the truth is your body listens to your mind. If your body is constantly going through, if your mind is constantly going through stress, your body reacts. Okay. That's the way our body and our minds are built. Okay. So some people will lose sleep, others will start overeating, others will lose appetite. This could lead to a bigger health problems like heart issues, high blood pressure, digestive issues, and a lot more. Okay, so please start noticing that. If you notice that, please start making changes now. Number four is self esteem and self worth. What happens is you stop believing in yourself. How does this work on you? You feel like you're worthless, you're hopeless. You look, you're like you don't deserve better. Okay, you don't deserve more. You just feel like, okay, this place that I am is okay. All right. An example is your partner keeps saying that you're not good enough or you're not good for anything, and after a while you believe it. Words are powerful, and you stop trying for a better opportunity or to better yourself or to better your relationship. And this is one of the deepest wound toxic relationships can leave behind. It makes you believe that you deserve less. But I am here to tell you, my brother, my sister, you deserve better, especially my sisters that are out there that are going through toxic relationship and they feel like, okay, they don't deserve more. You deserve more. Okay, you deserve better. In fact, if you're watching this video now, you know it means that you know, and it's a step towards getting your power and claiming your power back. All right. So now the big question is, why do people stay in toxic relationship? Hmm. Now you might have wondered or heard people discuss or even be wondering yourself that if this toxic relationship thing is this bad, why do people stay in toxic relationship? You are not alone in this question, or my brother, or my sister, or my auntie, or my uncle. A lot of people have asked this question. I have asked this question. Okay, why didn't you just leave? Why am I not just leaving? Hey, it's not that simple. Okay, here's the truth: living a toxic relationship is one of the hardest thing to do. Hmm. Let me start by telling you this. It is one of the hardest things to do. Number one, it might be the fear of being alone. People stay because they fear loneliness. You think, at least I have someone. I've heard somebody say, at least now only him asks me out. The fear of being alone, people will just remain in a toxic relationship and let it just go as long as there's someone there. All right. So listen, being alone is not scary. I get it. I've been in a relationship that broke me. If you're in a relationship that is breaking you, this is scarier than you think. Being alone is not as scary as the relationship that you are trying to manage. All right. Then number two is financial dependency. They might just remain in a toxic relationship because they are financially dependent on the toxic person, on the abuser. All right. It feels impossible to live when you are financially dependent on that person. You stay because you don't have a job, you don't have savings, or you don't have to do anything to do. Okay. Financial control is a common tool for abusers. Even if you are a hardworking person when they meet you, if they are abusers, they will make you stop your job and you'll be dependent on them. It's a way for you to for them to keep tabs on you and to trap you. But there is a way out. There, there are shelters, there are support group, there are resources that can help you stand out. You can start up again, very small, slow and steady, and you can gain your financial dependency back. All right. So please don't stay in a toxic relationship because you're financially dependent. Another one is low self esteem. What does this look like? You don't believe that you deserve better. I've seen people that don't believe that they deserve better. Your partner says no one else wants you. After a while, you believe them and you believe that no one else will love you. Have you seen yourself in the mirror? Do you look at yourself in the mirror? Are you that ugly? Are you that bad? Let me tell you something. You are worth love no matter how you look. Okay? That's it. No one has the right to make you feel less than you are. Most times you're even finer than your partner and you're believing what your partner is saying. Please check yourself again. All right. Then another thing is hope for change. People don't have hope for change. Don't have hope for change for a toxic partner. You hope that he's going to get better. You hope that she's going to get better. They will change. They will change. Your partner says, "I will change. I promise." After hitting you like 1 million times, and he keeps doing it and say, "I'm sorry. I will change." No. Okay. Sometimes hope keeps us stuck. It keeps us stuck to those people. All right. You're holding on to the idea of who they could be or who they are promising to be, not making changes, not who they are right now. Please see this thing for what it is. How long are you going to be waiting for them to change? Especially when they are not making any attempt to change and it keeps coming and it keeps constantly keeps happening. Please don't hope for change. If you're in a toxic relationship, try to find a solution. Number five is love attachment. Okay. You stay because you love them. You stay because you love a toxic partner that hits you, manipulates you, gaslights you. Yeah, I'm not being sarcastic about this right now, okay? The thing is, love is not enough. Love is not important to toxic people. Love without respect, love without peace, love without kindness, love that destroys you. What will it gain you? Don't let that love blind you not to see what that toxicity is doing to you. You deserve to love yourself first. Okay? And number six, which is crucial, is that some women stay for their kids. I'm on that table. I've been on the table, so I know what it is. This topic is heavy, but it's real and it's happening every day. So women stay in a toxic relationship for the sake of their kids. They tell themselves, I don't want to break my family apart, or my kids needs both parents. Nobody will love my kids better than their father. But let me tell you something. Staying in a toxic relationship or toxic environment is not protecting your kids. This is the part they don't tell you about. This is the part most people don't talk about, and even religious people don't talk about. It's teaching your kids that what is happening to you is okay, that you don't deserve better. You know, kids learn from actions better than words. You know, they see what you do and they eliminate your what they copy you. They learn with what you do. So if you believe that you are staying for your kids, you are teaching your kids indirectly that it is okay. So why women actually stay for their kids is the fear of breaking the family. I don't want my kids to grow up in a broken home. Yeah, that's deep. Or for financial independency, if I leave, how will I provide for my kids? You know, how who will take care of my kids with me? Okay, the responsibility is much. Or for guilt, I don't want my kids to feel abandoned or think that I gave up. You know, maybe tomorrow they will now start blaming me that why didn't I stay? Or hope for change. Maybe he will change. I'm hoping that he will change. At least I have kids for him. He will see the kids and change. What it looks like is you telling yourself that I'm doing this for my kids. You're enduring sleepless nights, endless tears, constant worry, thinking and holding on to your family together, almost sacrificing everything for your children. But the truth is, you're not sacrificing it for your children. You're actually harming your children otherwise. But ask yourself this: what are the kids really saying? What are they learning? That love means suffering. So let's come to solutions and encouragements. Okay, so it doesn't look like I'm just dashing out problems, 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 problems. Okay, so sis, I know that you love your kids more than anything. That love is powerful and I respect you for that. But protecting them doesn't mean staying in a place that's breaking you and your children unknowingly to you. Children thrive in a safe and stable place, in a safe environment, a place that is full with love, a home that is far from conflicts. They thrive where there's no fear, where there's no sadness or pain. I know it's scary to leave, okay? But realizing that you are not helping the kids, I think it's enough. Talk to someone you trust, find a support system, maybe a family member, a friend, or even a counselor. Talk talk to people. Just talk. There are groups out there that can help you through this. Number two is create a plan. Find a way to create a plan for you to help your kids and help yourself. Get a job if it's for financial dependency. Get a job. Start small if that's why you are in that space and receiving all those toxic treatments. Get help. There are places you can go that you get counseling, you know, their support system when it comes to kids issues. Your kids need to know it is okay to not to it is okay to feel safe. not feeling hurt. It doesn't mean safety. And remind yourself of the truth. Your children deserve to see their mom happy, safe, and loved. Imagine that you have daughters. Is that how you want your daughters to be? Is that what you're telling your daughters that love looks like? Walk away if you can't fix it. Most times, abusive relationship can be fixed. Walk away. If you're in a lot of love attachments, love is not enough. Love is not enough. Love is important, but love without respect and peace, kindness will destroy you. Don't let the love you have blind you from the truth. I have seen people die because I'm still in love with my husband and he hits you, he manipulates you, he gaslights you. At some point, you're thinking that you're crazy. Love is not enough. And love attachment is not safe for you or for anyone. Leave if that's the way out. If you're staying in a toxic relationship or a toxic situation for your kids, I want you to hear this. Your kids needs the best version of you. You can't be a good mom if you're staying in a toxic relationship and you're always crying. The broken version of you is not what your kids need. Living doesn't mean that you're giving up on them. It doesn't mean that you're giving up on life. It doesn't mean that you're giving up on the chance to see what what your kids are going to become with their father. It means that you want self-respect. You want to be strong. You want to be courageous enough and strong enough to see your kids and give them what they deserve. And you taking the life you deserve. Take that step. You are not to blame. Relationship is both ways. It's for two people. You alone cannot hold it. This is a lot to take in, I know. Toxicity affects your mind, your body, in ways that you might not even see until it's too late. And for those with kids, affects your kids in ways you will never know. But as you're watching this video, I hope this opens your eyes to things that are going on around you and helps you in ways that will make your life better. If you see yourself in these examples, please don't blame yourself. You are not weak, you're human. People stay in toxic relationship because of love, hope, fear, or survival. But I am here to remind you that you deserve better. I have done that. I've been there, done that. Till I realized that I deserve better. It wasn't fun. So if this has resonated with you, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out, because we will be going into part 3 ASAP, and part 3 would be filled with informations that you need to know. And if you know someone who needs to hear this video, please send this video to them, and don't forget to share, okay, subscribe, and follow for more videos like this. I'll see you in our next video, which is going to be part 3. And thank you for staying with me today. Have a blast.